Beautiful.
Hi there.
Right, hello everyone. I'm just checking if you can all hear me. Ping me a little message in the event voice. Sorry, the event chat room. I'm just sat there staring at it at the moment. Beautiful. Welcome to the second LondonFurs online special. Thanks a lot for coming along on a Saturday. Massive thank you as well to all the LF staff that have been in their free time putting this all together, setting everything up. Since the last online meeting, we've had two staff chats actually since then. We took a off on the Sunday, and then we had another one Sunday after that, and the Sunday after that, just to sort of generally catch up with each other. And due to the last online special being so popular with everyone, we decided to do it again today, and we've come up with a few ideas for moving forward with online meets, adding extra bits and bobs to it so it's not the same thing every time. One of the things, and something I've been pursuing behind the scenes a little bit, is interviewing various different people from the community in general, and that includes con staff, other furmeet organisers, artists, fursuiters, music producers, and bringing them on the show, whether that will be something we pre-record and press play, or something we do live. I do think live is kind of a little bit better, just because, you know, with live it's just a bit more fun, isn't it? Just to start off today, we've got a really exciting announcement. London Pride obviously should have been today, and sadly it got cancelled, obviously due to the COVID situation. So what we have, Pride got in touch with us a couple of weeks ago to say if they could use some of our photos and our logo to broadcast our pictures on the Piccadilly Circus screen. So currently there is a stream link on YouTube, which I'm posting in the main chat now, but I'm also going to attempt to screen share with it. Right, let's try that. We've been having a few issues because it's Mac and Discord don't seem to enjoy each other. So yeah, let us know if you can see that okay. So yeah, quite excitingly, LondonFurs will be broadcast onto the Piccadilly Circus screen, which is really cool. Something that took us by surprise, and yeah, it's pretty awesome actually. I think it's a really good idea. Instead of doing the parade this year, they're getting everyone from every group onto the Piccadilly screen. And as you can see, there's some people gathered there, but they obviously made it pretty clear not to go out there because of social distancing, etc. But yeah, super excited to see that. Apparently the groups will be done in alphabetical order, so we will slowly start to see them crop up. And obviously us being L, be towards the end of the stream. The stream's going on from now till 12:30. So we'll leave that up here on the event voice chat while we're doing the Q&A and such. And if anyone sees any LondonFurs and we're obviously not seeing it, give us a shout, because we're quite excited obviously to see that, and we want to try and get some screen grabs to put on social media and stuff. So yeah, do keep an eye on that. So other news, obviously the government announced recently that they are looking to reopen pubs on, is it July 6th? July 6th, something like that. So obviously we've had a lot of questions already from people regarding when we will restart meet. I spoke to the bar about 10 days ago, the bar manager and I were in a conversation just about, how we look to restart meets and whether they were reopening, because we went through a phase of not even knowing if the bar were going to reopen or whether this COVID has caused a major effect on the bar, whether they would even reopen again. So the first news is obviously the bar is reopening, which is fantastic news for us because our new home still remains our home, and that is very good from all of our side of things. They are reopening on the government advised date. However, the way they operate as a bar is completely different to the way they've operated before. I've been told that they are basically doing table service only via an app, and because of the social distancing, etc., they are having to they are not allowing parties of more than 6 people to arrive, and obviously you can't stand at the bar and order drinks. So with that, we're currently looking at further delays until social distancing is relaxed further or a vaccine is released. Our initial booking for this year's summer party has obviously been postponed, and they've given us a date of that. That's not something we're going to release currently because we don't know if that's going to happen. We don't want people to start making travel plans, etc., for a general meet. But as soon as we do get a confirmed first meet and we feel like it is safe enough for meets to restart, we will let everyone know, of course. And with that, we'll be looking to continue with these online meets, just to bring everyone together and keep everyone updated. So what I would say is, for the terms of news from LondonFurs and what we're doing, everything was going to be announced via these online meet platforms. And with these online meet platforms, we are going to be recording them and putting them out on our YouTube channel and such. So if people do miss them, they can hear what I have to say straight from me, rather than hearing rumors or assumptions and stuff. Once again, we'd urge other meet organizers or people who are considering organizing meetups in London or around the country just to hold off. There's no point in rushing things back. Obviously, COVID hasn't gone away, and it won't go away until there's some form of vaccine, or we just have to hang fire. We can't be rushing things back and making people sick. So let's all work together. And it's we're an open forum. We want to make sure that people can know that they can get in touch with us, and we can all discuss when we should restart meets again. It's something that is important. The health and safety of all of our attendees and the community and fandom in general is super important. So please, again, we can't urge enough not to rush things back. That's kind of it from my news and updates and stuff. I'm just obviously having a look at this stream now. We're on ABC F. So not too long to go till LondonFurs. I'm quite excited to see see us up on the big screen there. So keep an eye on that. And with that, we will start to move into the staff Q&A. So if you have any questions that you want to put into the main group, please put it in the event chat. We'll obviously mention your name and stuff, which will be recorded. Please be aware of that. And we will begin to answer. So staff, if you are logged in here, if you could please unmute yourself and introduce yourself.
Hello.
Evening.
Greetings.
What have we got here then?
Afternoon.
Ooh.
Good day. Right. My name's Sebastian. I am the newbie corner persons.
Nice one,
Yes.
nice one. Who else have we got?
I'm Noah. You know me. I'm the one behind the camera.
I'm
can we
Sparks.
Go for it, go for it, go for it, go for it.
I'm Sparks, the music person with that big boombox and general electronics.
I'm a Kamikai director and company secretary, so basically I get bossed around by Annie all the time.
Emma and I help with behind the scenes admin stuff and general meet things as well.
I'm Mo and I do pretty much the same. And
I'm
Cam,
LondonFurs, hello. And I do things that you probably don't see, mostly technical stuff.
Turn it off and on again.
Yep.
We'll be on soon on the stream.
Maybe try to-
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm just like
stream,
staring at
I'm so excited to see it. Actually, I'm just sat here just waiting. Before we start, we'll just stand by. I'm buzzing to see it. Cool. I mean, I've got a question for Latimer.
Oh no.
About trains.
Is it about trains?
Nah, I'm not going to start. But if we start about trains, you know what happens. Hold on, the camera's zooming out. Actually, that's a better shot, isn't it?
I'm just literally staring at the screen. I know it's in a couple of letters, but I don't want to miss it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, same. I'm just like, I can't concentrate. I can't do more than one thing at once. So I'm kind of like. So as soon as we do come up, obviously we'll get.
You'll go to actually look at the questions and stuff.
Exactly. We'll go to the questions. I just want to say as well, obviously Pride last year was an amazing thing. We had such a great turnout of people, and it was really special to see. I didn't manage to go to it, and I wanted to go this year, so I was gutted, obviously, when the event got cancelled. But so proud of everyone last year that went and did it. It was truly awesome.
Saw the photo.
You were there,
Very fun.
Missing not being hot, standing outside, going down Beaton's Street.
Oh yeah, the weather was just really, really hot last year.
I just can't believe the amount of like groups prior to out.
The J.
Getting there.
Some putts.
Onto K.
We're almost there, boys. We're almost there.
Almost there.
They got a really good shot of that lamppost, haven't they?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, why?
Yeah.
Surely, look at that poor guy. Whose like face is just now blocked by that.
Central London and their random placement of street lamps.
Also, if you move like a meter forward.
No. You don't get it, guys. That pole is. It has to be meaningful in some way.
We're on to L now.
L. Okay,
Yeah, no.
here we go.
There's going to be quite a few ones starting with LGBT, though.
Yes.
Yes, correct.
They said they were going to put the names up on the BT Tower as well. So, but I don't know what.
Is that being streamed though?
I don't know if they're going to stream that. That's the only thing. We'll see. We'll see. Yep. Sorry if you just
that one starts
tuned
in
in.
London.
So getting close, probably the next one.
Okay.
Nope.
Here we go.
Hey,
Hey, there we go.
Oh, my stream's
Mine's
then.
delayed. Mine's delayed by like a few seconds.
Yeah, I'm on London Friends.
Hey, see it now.
Hey, there we go.
Look at
Right,
that.
and screenshot.
Lovely.
Wow, that was very, very cool. Thank you, Wisp, for capturing that as well. That was intense.
Oh, yes.
That is so cool. Look at that. They
Brilliant.
need to do that every year. That's like, that is super awesome.
It's a really nice collage they made of all the images we sent.
Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, like I said, it was really a special thing last year to see everyone. Should I turn the stream off, do you think?
Yeah, we're done now.
Might
It's
as well.
boring.
Yeah, if anyone, you can continue watching that on the link I posted above anyway. yeah, and it will just distract me. I'll keep looking at it and going, "What? Who's that? What's that? What group's that?" So Wisp actually got a really good screen of it there because it's got the little London red bus going past as well. Like, that's awesome. Nice one. Yeah, last year was an incredible thing. We had a really good turnout of people. I mean, I was just proud to see everyone there, and you know, to have fursuiters and just people helping out and helping each other. It was such an amazing thing because I'll never forget the first Pride I went to in London with a group of friends, and it was such an eye-opening thing. It was such a special occasion. It really helped me with my confidence in my sexuality and stuff. And you do feel a sense of pride going and seeing everyone perform, and for us to be a part of that, it's not only special to me, but it's special as a community because we promote something that people still struggle with a lot. So I mean, it's really cool. And obviously this is just an icing on the cake. For them to do something like this is just awesome. So if you go to their at Pride in London and just give them a shout out and give them some love, that would be awesome. From all of us, it's really a special thing. So yeah, buzzing about that.
Yeah, I think it's important to say that the organisers behind it are extremely passionate because I deal with them every year that we do it, and
Yeah.
it's they are extremely buzzing when they hear that LondonFurs are involved. They really enjoy seeing all the characters come out and people that brave themselves to suit up and do the amazing walk. Is I tip my hat to you because it's very hot and it's very long and. They
Our
really
way
love
is
what
very
we
hot.
do. So it's great.
It is. It's a real. It's a real community vibe, and I really want to do it. I can't tell you how much I've been excited to be able to do it. So next year, for sure, we'll be opening applications again next year for people to come along. And you don't have to be a fursuiter. You can just come along and come and be in part of the parade. It'd be fantastic. The more people we can get, the better. I mean,
yeah, when you're walking along the road, you are the center of attention, and everybody is just so welcoming and warmth. As soon as you walk down the road, there's thousands of people at your side, and you just feel like on top of the world. It's great.
So good to hear that. It's so good to hear that. Karma, you were there as well, weren't you?
Yeah, it was a real eye-opening experience for me as well. I mean, it was, but every time I've done it, it's been one of the best things I've done in that year, in terms of atmosphere, in terms of energy, in terms of everything. It's fantastic, and just I was gutted that we couldn't do it this year, obviously, but next year hopefully we'll be bigger and better than ever.
Definitely.
You really miss pulling the trolley.
Oh yeah, I miss pulling the trolley. I was sweating my ass off. Yeah, I miss all that. I miss carrying that fucking thing through the underground for hours beforehand as well. Yeah, but it's worth it. It's worth it. It's really worth it.
It was so hot, wasn't it? In the that year as well. That particular year, it was boiling. It was like it's been recently. It was just ridiculous. I mean, if it was today, obviously the rain would be a bit gutting, but at least it'd be cooler. But I know last time it was super hot, wasn't it? Wisp, I just saw your message there. It's only happening from 12 till 12:30, and they were really strict about sending people there to take photos in person. I mean, you can go and check it out and see if they do put it on again. They mentioned putting some stuff up on the BT Tower, but I think that might just be it, to be honest with you. I really wanted to go and get an in-person shot, but sadly, yeah, just because of the COVID thing, we just needed to make sure everyone was safe, etc. Yeah, so I mean, we will post usually via our Twitter for applications for next year's Pride event, and we want to see a range of people, not just fursuiters. We want people to come along and come and experience something that it's once in a lifetime thing. Really, it's a really truly amazing thing, and the fact that we're involved in it now, it's incredible. I mean, from my side of things, being a Londoner, Pride and Notting Hill Carnival are two of the biggest events in London, I would say. Notting Hill Carnival being just something I always go to, and I'm gutted that that's been postponed this year. I don't know if they've got stuff planned, like online things and that, but it's an event that just, you know, the whole street just the whole borough becomes a party. And for that, with Pride, it's exactly the same thing. The whole of Oxford Circus becomes like that. Yeah, it's truly amazing. Hey, Bunny.
Usually happen for Westminster.
Yeah, honestly, it's just there's certain things. Being in London, there's certain things you have to experience. One of them is Notting Hill Carnival, and the second thing is London Pride. So yeah, I would strongly recommend all of those things. Right, let's get some questions going, shall we?
I've got 3 so far. The first one is from Aridani. It is, what was your most memorable moment you've had at a meet?
Oh, that's a tough one.
That's straight in with the heavy philosophical stuff.
It's a philosophical.
yeah, I can't say that word. I thought I could.
Blah, 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 blah.
Just say philosophy, Moo.
Philosophy. I don't know why. I can't say that word. I'm trying. Okay.
Just name it Phil. You'll be fine.
But yeah, no. What was your most memorable moment you've had at a meet?
Getting piled.
I'm going to jump in because everyone's quiet. I think there was a it's always been the summer parties. I think the summer parties and the winter parties there's been so many memorable moments at those. But I'll never forget when the guys, I don't think I was staff at the time. I might have been, which is bad if I say that, but we hired out the St. Mary's Axe building, which is the Gherkin in London.
Oh, I remember that one.
Wow.
Yeah, the bar is like at the ground floor of it, so it's really cool building. Like, it's awesome, but it's super expensive, and like there wasn't much space for fursuiters and things. But the theme was dress to impress, and everyone rocked up in like proper business suits, and it was amazing. It was so
That's great.
so cool, man. Like, we were
now
all
I'm
just
imagining
looked like bankers. It
fursuiters.
was so funny.
That was my first winter party.
Suits.
No way.
That was my very
What an
first winter
introduction.
party. I remember that was the first time I helped out on a walk, and that's where I started my journey to becoming staff.
No way.
Wow.
Branded Bunnies in the chat was actually staff then, and yeah, he just said that I wasn't staff, but I was definitely involved
Wow.
in the DJing and the setup. But yeah, it was amazing. And I mean, the LondonFurs committee teams before us lot did such an amazing job building LondonFurs into what it was and what it became and what it is now. It's like so important to express that as well. Anyway, I'll shut up. Who's next? Come on.
Well, I'll do mine. my favourite moment, and it is a train thing. I'm sorry. All right. It was back when the last ever meet we had at Jamie's, because it's right above that particular station. We thought, let's get a bunch of fursuits together and go downstairs. So we did that, and we got a photo in front of the departure boards at City Thameslink, and that moment will always be in my mind for forever. That was really a really special moment for me. Yes, I know it's train related. I'm sorry.
That was in like November, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was it.
Let me have a look. I'll see if I can drag it up.
Yeah, I think I've got a photo of that. Hold on. I know where it is.
The race.
I think for me, it would have been like, this is a silly thing, but like I kind of realized the insanity I got myself into with being staff at the Christmas party. Because like the moment that did it, not anything else, not anything major, was we did some pass the parcels, right? and on each layer it was like unwrap a layer and pass it on kind of thing. And in the end, everyone got like a little bag of sweets, and then in the end, there was like these massive tubs of sweets. Now, we didn't write anything on the tubs of sweets, so when they eventually got to like the last layer, they just had like a box of sweets, and like most people just looked at it and then just passed it on without opening it. So like people just passing these like boxes of like Haribo around without taking anything from it. And I just I think I looked at Kit Kat because Kit Kat and someone else set them up, and I'm like, we didn't write something on there, but I don't feel like we needed to write instructions on how to open a box of Haribo.
Yeah.
I'll go next. I think my most memorable thing about the meet was, I'm going to get really corny here, is that I met my husband. Oh.
Aww.
That's it. Sorry, it's really boring.
I mean, I can't really top that.
I don't think any of us can.
I don't really have a memorable moment because I love the meets as they are. So every meet's my special meet.
And I agree with Annie for me with the party. It's like the atmosphere that goes on till God knows when in the morning. I remember one time I was chilling with Mikalo after all the trains had finished, and we had to get buses all the way back until till 4 a.m. to get home.
Oh no, not the London night buses on a Saturday night. Oh god.
Oh yeah, I even had my first kebab.
Was it your last kebab?
It was indeed my last kebab.
Yeah, I think God, I think it has to be split between two events really. My first meet and the moment where I thought, oh, I really want to become staff. My first meet was...
Why? What are you doing to yourself?
What am I doing to myself? What am I doing to myself? Oh, God. Would you like the list, or would you like an email later?
No. Save that for the shrink.
Yeah. Anyway, so... Yeah, no, my first meet, I came with my mother. I thought I could talk to everyone, but then I realised, oh wait, I have social anxiety a little bit. Just slightly, just enough to not make me talk to people. Well, yeah, that's when my mother stepped in, and luckily, we're a rather weird family anyway, so she found the meets really good, I found the meets really good, and we both had a nice time. And I think my favourite part of that was talking to my first tutor, which was... Oh, God, the names are bad. Nope, it's gone. I'll remember it at some point. It'll just come back.
You'll remember it at some point, and it'll bug you until that point.
Yeah, more or less. But otherwise, the point where I thought, oh God, I want to become staff is I was sitting at the newbie table in the second location, not Jamie's, the one after, which was Revolution, I think it was?
Yeah, it's Revs.
Yeah. And I was sitting with Damir, and he had to go off and do something. But I had more or less taken over the newbie table and was more or less running it, playing Cards Against Humanity. And I thought, I want to do this. I'm already more or less unofficially doing it, but I want to do this. So there was a point before that where I just wanted to help out, but at that point I knew that I was at the newbie table. That was my place.
Yeah, it's awesome. I remember your first meet, actually. I'm a little bit gutted that you didn't say your favourite thing was meeting me. You know, I thought that was what was coming, but you know, first meet, I get it. You know, but
sorry, I didn't remember that I met you.
Wow.
Just stop while you're ahead.
You know what? I think I'm done, guys. I'm off. Thanks everyone for
No, I'm sorry. I remember you.
unbelievable. Unbelievable.
You're fired. Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
You're
Well,
hired.
see you around then, guys. Boy. But
Who
yeah,
hasn't
I-
answered? I think Sparks. Sparks, have you answered?
Yeah, I had a turn.
Akami didn't. That's who.
No, I didn't.
You.
I've got a bunch of good memories from LondonFurs, to be honest. I mean, my first meet was a real eye opener for me, and a start of a really good long road out of a bad place. I went to the pre-meet that we used to run down at Waterloo Station, and met a bunch of other people that are going on their first meet there, and still talk to and see a couple of them every so often, particularly like MCM. And the whole thing was it was insane from start to end. That first meet, I'd literally been a social shut-in for like 6 years prior to that, and going from that to a LondonFurs meet in May, so it was quite warm and quite busy, was just throwing myself right at the deep end. It was incredible. People were just so welcoming, and I think I might have spoken to Annie on that first day. I might have been guided towards him as a newbie. So that was possibly the first time that we met. Other than that, my first winter party where I actually got on the dance floor for one of the few times in my life and shook my ass around the place, which no one needs to see, but it happened. And I think one of my more recent favourite memories was I actually got a chance to talk to one of my favourite dance furs at a meet, just briefly. And that was enough, because that guy has made me, in a good way, regret quitting ballet when I was 7 years old. And given me sort of the feeling with myself that actually, dancing is something I could get back into, which has opened up a whole load of other creative ideas about things that I could do to have more fun in my life other than just spending my entire fucking time working. So I'm looking at a couple of other creative avenues I might explore later this year, and I think the confidence to do that and the renewed interest in creative aspects of my life has come from LondonFurs in general. So it's not necessarily a specific meet memory, it's more of something that LondonFurs, the community, and reawakening certain things in me has done for me on a larger scale. I'm done.
That's awesome, mate. It is. That's awesome. It's a deep question, that, isn't it? It kind of makes
Yeah,
me,
it was started off pretty heavy, to be honest. I've got some lighter ones as well. To be
Yeah,
honest.
have we got what's your favourite pizza, or
Yeah, no,
what do you think of Sparkle Bogs?
I'm going to reorder the queue for continuity reasons. Maybe George Lucas should have done that. Give me. Okay, so this one's fairly straightforward. What's your favourite flavour of Pringles by Like and Dragon?
Oh, definitely plain.
Salt and
Plain
vinegar.
Pringles.
Yeah, salt and
Texas
vinegar.
barbecue. I know the irony of that. I'm not commenting.
Well, it's ironic, because that's your favourite pizza or something.
I mean, you don't talk about my pizza habits, okay? That's something I'm seeking help for.
It's Moo, whatever you say, Moo.
It's
I'm
pizza
gonna
or
do. I'm gonna
pineapples.
do another quick one.
Hang on. My favourite Pringles is none of them, because they're all
None of
fucking
them.
horrible.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man.
Okay, that's heresy.
Ooh.
Get off my lawn with your new snacks, kids. I don't like it.
The only Pringles is the sour cream one, surely.
Nah, the Texas
is
barbecue
correct.
though. Texas barbecue.
None of the others.
You
are
may as
worse.
well have said prawn cocktail.
Prawn
Okay.
cocktail,
Wait,
they
that's
don't-
my
they don't
second
exist.
favourite.
Pringles don't. Do they exist?
Yeah, they do. They're actually good.
Yeah, they do.
And the other thing about Pringles is, when you were a kid, you could put your hand in the actual tube.
Yeah, and then take a bunch them out. But now,
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
you guys
I'm
can't do
far
that
too
still.
fat. I am too fat to fit my hand in the Pringles tin.
I can just about do it.
Hey.
I can still do it. Haha.
I can still do it. I think I've got
Alright,
long as fuck things. So
It's a weight loss device. Once you get too fat to put your hand in the Pringles, you can't eat many Pringles. So therefore, you lose weight, then you can.
So you're saying the Pringles can design is actually there to help you with your diet? That's why they chose that specific diameter.
I
You
am
should do,
saying that.
like,
Yes.
hand slimming exercises. I bet someone does that shit. Hand slimming. The Pringle usage.
I'm just going to say, I don't think no matter how much weight I've lost, I could get my hand inside a Pringles tube. I'm just not built that way.
You're probably right. Yeah, my hands are huge just looking at them.
I'd probably
That's my
just break
excuse.
apart the tin and then just steal the Pringles from the inside.
Must eat all Pringles, break tin now.
Pretty much.
I've got another quick one, or do you want one that actually like there's
No,
it's your
do
choice. Another quick one. Okay, quick. Aliens are invading. What do you do by Pascal?
Throw the cheese!
Correct.
If aliens were invading,
I would just say
Thanks.
abolish TFL. Like that's how I would.
No.
All right. So how do the aliens invade?
Well, they're invading, so clearly you want to cut off the
You know,
power.
Just go underground.
Do they come in like full assault with lasers and nuclear
Like,
arms?
Pascal,
or do
can
they
we get like
just
Pascal? Can we get
infiltrate you
context for this? How are they invading?
For
Like,
argument's sake,
how are they
let's say they're intergalactic spacefaring Viking bunnies.
Yeah, is this like Star Wars level invasion, or is this like Warhammer 40k level invasion? Like, what are we talking in terms of scale here?
If it's Warhammer 40k, then we just
You're
sort of
pretty
surrender.
screwed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're screwed.
Surrender. That's it. Done.
They have huge carriers, so basically it's the start of the first Star Wars film. Okay.
The first Star Wars film or the first numbered Star Wars film?
Well, it's the first prequel, so
40k invading.
I feel like we should just ask George Lucas to fix this problem, to be honest. He's done such a good job of it already. That was controversial.
How could you say something so controversial yet so brave?
Controversial, yeah. Right. Well, that was a nice quick one.
I've got some slightly deeper ones if you want.
No, hold on. Bav hasn't answered. I want Bav's answer on that. He's keeping quiet. He's
Getting an answer from Bav.
He's not going to have it. Oh well, okay. Yeah, let's have another question.
What's the question? Sorry.
Yes, Bav is back.
Bab, so like aliens are invading right now. What are you going to do about it? Like you personally?
Oh, that's a tough question. I wasn't unprepared for that one.
Nothing.
Not much you can do, really, is it? I mean, hide.
Okay.
That's what we're doing right now. I think right now we're pretty good at it. Lockdown, hiding.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we're already there. I don't know why.
Yeah, pretty much
We'd
hide.
probably just chill out in our homes, wouldn't we? Just like
Hang out on Discord like we're doing right now.
Just invite them to LondonFurs. Like, why not? Like, you know,
Order some dominoes, see how it goes down.
Play some Jackbox. Play some Jackbox as well. Whilst there's a invasion outside.
Just go hide
aliens.
underground.
We haven't got space. We haven't got time for aliens right now. 2020, mate. It's like it's a mess. We haven't got time for you. Just fuck off and do your thing.
I've got some gremlins.
Aliens.
Alien.
What?
Yeah, COVID-19's an alien. There you go.
Yeah.
We're all
Yeah,
getting
that's true.
infected.
Didn't the Pentagon release evidence that aliens had something about UFOs and we just missed it because it wasn't big news?
Yeah, they released
I
some video
think it might-
footage. Actually, they released some video footage of UFOs that have been recorded by fighter jets and stuff. But
And it just didn't make the news.
No, because no one cares.
It did. Yeah, literally it did, but it kind of everyone's just like whatever, man.
Well, no, I
So
saw
just like
2020. I've got enough on my plate as it is.
I saw a
Literally.
meme about it, and that's about it. One meme, and on with the life.
even they got bored of it, so they released it. It's kind of just like, yeah, here you go, there's some footage of some crazy flying things.
The thing is though, UFOs are not what people think they are. They're not confirmed aliens. They're just unidentified craft. So sometimes, like for example, they didn't acknowledge that the US SR-71 Blackbird was like a thing. until way after it was decommissioned. And everyone was taking photos of it, like, oh look, it's an alien spaceship, all this stuff, and it wasn't. Obviously, it's just a stealth fire and all that stuff. So, yeah, there is like craft that isn't identified. It probably isn't like green men or furry space people, unfortunately.
Bad times.
Oh.
Wow, way to ruin the magic.
Next
Oh, well.
question.
Yes.
Annie, I think this is a you question. Do you think the winter party will still go ahead, considering events as late as November have been cancelled by Nitrex?
Yeah, I saw. Was it Furcation? Was that the November one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was recent.
I mean, I saw that got cancelled recently. It's a shame, really. Like, I did. But at the moment, all I can really say in terms of the winter party, of course, it's the same as with every other meet. I mean, we're just standing by to stand by at the moment. As soon as we feel like it's safe enough to do, we'll do. I mean, we're obviously not going to do a winter party in January or February. The first meet back will probably be just a big celebration of, welcome back everyone. That'll be our goal. But if we reach a point where November time, social distancing has become more relaxed and there hasn't been any more peaks, and I'll have a chat with the bar and we'll obviously all get together and work it out. I mean, the problem we have obviously with the winter party itself is we're never going to announce a date and say this is specifically happening just to cancel it, because people do travel worldwide to come to the meets, and what we don't want to do is have gazillions of people book flights, etc., and get here and then be told it's not happening. That's the one out. We've got to just be careful not to do that. So, I mean, from our side, yes, we want the winter party to happen, but we're currently waiting on world events to sort themselves out, really.
Throwing it out there's no reason why we have to have the winter party in December. If we don't feel like it's safe enough to do it then, we could potentially move it to January. It's still technically winter.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. I mean, I'm a Christmas. I love Christmas, man. Christmas. I always feel like the winter party is kind of like that Christmas break.
Yeah.
But who knows what Christmas is going to look like this year? Who knows right now? So I don't know. We will obviously, because this year's been a bit of a write-off. Obviously, we're not having a summer party, etc. We are in talks about doing other events to kind of supplement what we've missed out on. Like we touched upon at the last meet, it'd be really cool to do some sort of club event and potentially a boat party in a different time of year. So watch this space. Obviously, we will keep talking and keep trying to make it work. And if we can work out some sort of social distance meet or event or something we can do in the meantime, it's some, if people have any suggestions for things, please send them to us. But it's something that we are talking about. Yeah, hope that clarifies it.
Or we could all just go sit in some cars and queue outside McDonald's. That seems to be the thing going on at the moment.
Yeah, it seems pretty popular. We could have a car park meet, or I was thinking LondonFurs are actually put in a good situation right now because they can just all meet up in their cars and just be like, "Yo, what's going on?" And to be honest, I'd love to do some some fursuiting photos out and about with people. I mean, as long as it's socially distanced and it's all sticking to the rules and stuff, it's something I'd love to go and do at some point. I just got my new suit and stuff, so yeah. Let's all keep talking and let's all keep the community going and thriving and do it safely. That's the most key thing, really.
We've got a couple more. What was your largest turnout, and what was the most hectic experience you had with the meet? And that was by Zodiac.
We've had like 650 or 700 people at like summer parties, and winter parties.
The last winter party hit 650. I know that much, according to the doorman, at one point. But they kind of, after a point, they just give up anyway because there's so many people and it's insane.
And so many people keep going in and out. It's quite difficult to track after a while.
Yeah,
it is difficult to track. I mean, there's been meets where I've looked around and been like, this is rammed, like this is crazy. And there's been moments where like the most hectic moment I would say is just like we've had a few random members of public come in and cause a bit of trouble and stuff, and that's always just stressful because it's like
Media.
Yeah,
oh
Channel
god,
four.
like,
oh
just
god.
like, go away. Yeah, it is annoying, but nothing too crazy, nothing that we haven't been able to handle, and nothing that the bars haven't been able to handle. Obviously, we've had problems with Revs previously, where Revs didn't book enough bar staff, so we had people standing around for 40 minutes trying to get a drink, which is just ridiculous, and it's kind of part of the reason why we left. Yeah, annoying, but
If I can just touch on like the thing about numbers, when I was like 7-8 years ago, when we started at when we were at Jamie's and we had our parties at Agenda, when it was called Agenda, and I was like, I'd love to have this as our main venue, and we were like, we're never going to be big enough for that, and now we're actually at a point where that is our main venue, and it's just crazy how much we've grown.
Yeah.
it is. Yeah, it is a mad one that in the sorry if there's been some volume problems here. Thank you for pointing them out. Yeah, if it's mad that it's grown that much, and the meets have grown to a ridiculous amount. And it's just the reason why we had to move venues, part of the reason why, but it's also an amazing thing. It just shows that the meets are popular and they're getting more popular, and you know, people are seeing LondonFurs for what it is. And I'm sure it's true of meets all around the country as well. I mean, meets in general seem to be busier because there's more people joining the fandom and discovering themselves via the fandom. So yeah, who knows? In a few, 5-10 years, we might be doing the O2 Arena. Who knows?
Oh god, no.
Oh, no, dude, no.
So then it becomes a proper. Oh god.
So I might not be around, but you know, you guys can sort that out.
The O2 Arena.
Oh,
Yeah, I quit.
No quitting, no quitting. What's next?
I've got some more. This one's slightly different. Best lockdown moment from, I think it's LondonFurs. Yeah. But yeah, best lockdown moment.
Whole day pajamas with mother, food, and Netflix. Done.
Wow.
Sorted.
Mine was a bit more interesting. So there was that meme go around where you had the caravan dancing and then you had to do the lying on the floor in suit and stuff. So we decided to dig a bit further and use my friend's moving heads and DJ set, and we had done the whole thing with pretty much professional stuff. It was great. It was really loud as well.
Nice.
I don't have one. I've just been fucking working.
Yeah, I work at a retailer. I work in a supermarket. I've been working.
Yeah, I've been working too. It's been absolutely ridiculous. But for me, I've gained 3 hours a day back, so I don't have to fucking commute. I'm just working from home, and it's been great. And it also means that I can just go make a cup of tea, and instead of just having to hang around with people that I don't really want to talk to at work, and do a few sets of exercise. So my training has gone through the freaking roof during lockdown. It's been amazing. I haven't been able to work out this much ever. And it's now actually finally formed a habit, which I've been trying to get it to do for years.
Nice.
So,
Yesterday, I finally bought a Nintendo Switch and the
Yes.
Ring Fit thing.
One of us.
One of us.
I wish I had the money to do that and suits, so
I
I'm gonna
spent a month trying to get my Switch, trying to scour every website every day with alarms and everything to tell me when it was in stock.
I'm
Yeah,
never
I-
going to buy a Switch because money and stuff like that.
See,
I
like, on
used the
that,
compulsory cancelled money.
Or you just do that.
I was about to say my best lockdown moment is basically 4 words: Animal Crossing, New Horizons. Or that's that's it. Nothing else. Just New Horizons.
280 hours.
I haven't put that many. I've put like 170 something in, but like I'm not playing it as much as I thought I would. But it's good. I really like it. Still need to play the Sword and Shield expansion thing though.
I've burnt out on Animal Crossing, but I basically finished my island
Yeah.
after 280 hours.
The thing is, they keep updating it like almost like monthly. So they're adding some more stuff in July. They're adding some more stuff in like August. Cinder, that's amazing. Cinder's got 430.
Wow! Have you got your money's worth? I know some of my hours are just I've left it on in the background while I'm doing something else.
Okay.
I'm not playing that entire time.
I dread to think how many hours I've managed to ram to Final Fantasy Online in the last few weeks. It's the first time I've ever played an MMO, and I'm just like, this is amazing.
Oh yeah, no, I bullied a few people a week or two ago to play WoW with me, and if you're one of those people and listening to this, I'm sorry, but yeah, quite a few furs have been playing World of Warcraft with me, so
I sunk about 2 weeks into EVE Online again because I felt like it. Too much of a bloody nerd in that.
I've re-downloaded Kerbal, so I'm going to be sinking a lot of hours into that.
Oh, I'm getting Kerbal Space Program 2 when it comes out.
If it comes out.
It was due this year.
I
Yeah.
think we've deviated from the question. Is there another one?
there's another one, yeah. What inspired you outside of the fandom to get involved? So basically, that's from Alexx. So basically, what brought you into the fandom?
What brought me into the fandom?
Yeah.
I think I touched on this last time in that it was a friend of mine from California that I used to game with. He told me he was a furry, and I was like, "What the hell is that?" And then that kind of got me.
I think we had
Got
this
me
question
into it.
last time, actually.
Do you want to just? Sorry, I must have missed that when I was like half asleep last time.
I
turned up
yeah,
midway
you only
through last
just
time.
woke up.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry. Okay.
On the question before the what we've been doing on lockdown. Sorry, I was meant to speak, but I was just messing around with volume settings.
Okay.
The best thing for me during this lockdown is because I work my arse off normally. I've had more time to just socialise with friends and stuff. Be that on Telegram or gaming or just phone calls and stuff. I've met new people. Me and Tabitha hung out the other day, did some frisbee. I mean, like me and Noah went and did some fursuit photos and stuff the other day. It's just been times where like I wouldn't have the time normally to do stuff with people. There's been opportunities to do those things and to talk and to feel more part of the community, which has been, great. And I mean, I think the one blessing of this coronavirus is that it's given everyone, not everyone, sorry, I know people are still working, but it's given a lot of people more time just to sit back and reflect on life, I think, the value of life. I think that's
the value of time.
Yeah, and time. Exactly.
Yeah.
We're all gonna die. There you go.
Oh, wow. Take it to a dark place, why don't you?
You know me.
Okay, I've got a couple more, but I'm aware we're running low on time, so
yeah, do it.
As a newfound Londoner, favourite place to visit in London, I'm trying to find some local gems away from tourist hotspots, and that's from Wisp. So it looks like Wisp's moved to London, and he wants to know cool things that not many people know about.
Living in the dark depths of Suffolk countryside, I can't answer that one.
Same, I'm in Cambridge.
Hey, it's not the dark side of countryside. I live in a good part of it. I live in Dorset.
once bars reopen again, you should go check out the mayor of Scaredy Cat Town. And also there is a new music venue that opened recently. Can't even remember the name of it. It's in King's Cross, and it's got a really cool hidden bar there too. The mayor of Scaredy Cat Town is like it's a cocktail bar, and it's in the Breakfast Club in Shoreditch, I believe. And you go into the Breakfast Club and you ask the waiter for to go and see if you can go and see the mayor, and then you have your meal, and then they'll take you through a fridge, and you go down this secret little staircase, and you end up in this tiny little cocktail bar, and it's really cool.
Sounds insane.
Yeah, that one's awesome, and there's one called the Nightjar as well in Old Street, which it's next to like a chicken shop, and it's just a black door, but you knock on the door and they'll let you in as long as you're not dressed silly. And it's a really cool, dark, dingy, like jazz bar with like mad cocktails and just
Nice.
The speakeasy scene in London is really cool, and it's something not many people know about. So if you do,
there's a good one underneath the Smithfields. There's a really nice speakeasy in Smithfields. You won't be able to find it if you go right under in the tunnel, because I used to work around there. So there's if you go into the middle section of the Smithfields, the bit where they don't really use anymore, there's a door on the right which allows you to go in, which goes right down really deep, like 20, 30 feet. And it's inside there's just like a large bar, and it's full of glass ornaments, and it's like, hello, what's this doing here? So if you like that kind of thing, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, if you ever want recommendations and stuff, give us a shout. And after a meet, we should try and hit some of them up, because they are very good, and the drinks are delicious. Outside of drinking, there's so much to do in London. Like, you've just got to check out as many areas as you can, really. Peckham's got quite cool. There's a thing called Frank's Bar, which it's more drinking. There's
a theme going on here.
Yeah. Frank's Bar is on top of a multi-story car park, and it's really cool. Some beautiful views of London and stuff. Yeah.
Can I do a quick announcement before we pack up?
Yes. Yeah.
Obviously, the Minecraft server is still open, and we are taking the photo at 3:20 precisely. So if you're not there by then, you'll be missing out on the photo. Okay?
3:20 p.m.
Yep.
Yeah, and before we wrap up, sorry.
Sorry.
Anyone else wanted to jump in?
Just for the announcement of it. What version of Minecraft is the server at?
Well, still on 1.50.2 because we're waiting on Paper MC to release the latest one, and another update just dropped, so obviously not going to have one in the next few days.
Okay.
As we are still running plugins.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
That's a good point. So everyone needs to make sure they're on the right version.
Yeah.
Yep, and Java consoles will not work because Bedrock version will not work with the Java version.
Cool.
I'm still waiting on Windows to release the dedication for that, and then I can run both versions of it, Bedrock and Java. But still waiting on that one.
Beautiful. So just to touch on, we've got Alexx the Tiger here from LondonFurs, who has come along to come and have a really quick chat. So we'll just wrap up this Q&A with a chat with him. Alexx, are you on? Can you unmute yourself?
I have to leave and rejoin if you have problems. Yeah, I knew it would do that.
Hello there.
How you doing, Alexx?
General Kenobi.
Yes.
Somebody was going to do it.
Lockdown stuff. Nothing
Exactly.
much, to be honest.
You bored yet?
A little bit. I just want to go back to work.
Yeah,
Go back
this
to
is
normal life, I guess.
How has it been in Manchester? Well, I mean, are you up? You live just outside the city, don't you?
Yeah, but I've been to Manchester a few times during the lockdown. I mean, to do essential shit, of course. But Manchester is deserted, I guess. There's nothing really going on in the city right now. We're seeing like an increase of movement since lockdown restrictions are starting to ease up. And yeah, I mean, I guess this is everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, London. Oh, it's weird. When I drive around London now, like particularly in South London, it's crazy how busy it is. There's so many people out, and some of the pubs have started serving drinks outside. So you just got massive groups of people outside of pubs. It's just like, what is going on here? But I don't know if that sort of thing's moved up there as well.
Yeah, we noticed some of this happening here as well.
Yeah, it's mad. Tell us about who Alexx is at 100%, Bav says. So, Alexx, what's your involvement exactly with LondonFurs?
Okay, I'm the general staff of LondonFurs. I do a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Community, checking out of the meets, organizing, online, a little bit of everything.
Wicked. And how long have you been doing it with them?
I think for about 3 years now. Yeah, about 3 years.
And have you, like, with the meets, have they grown in that sort of time? I mean, I went to a LondonFur meet. I think it was one of the parties actually. Probably about 4 or 5 years ago, and it was pretty busy. And it's awesome around the Canal Street and that. It's a really cool area. It's quite a good place, and the fursuit walk was super popular as well.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a massive increase of the amount of furries that are coming out. One thing we like about the venue is because it's literally on Canal Street. It's on the gay village, as you are aware. And I don't know, we believe that that's very inclusive. It makes people feel more comfortable in the area.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So what would you say if I mean, people would want to travel up from London or from down south who want to come to the Manc meets? What would you recommend? I mean, is it the sort of thing you should get there early and just kind of be around all day? How does a sort of general meet go with you guys?
Yeah, I mean, Manchester has a lot of things to see as well. So if you come up to a fur meet, of course, check it out the town after or before. I mean, the meets they start around 12, so you still have good amount of time on the morning to reach here.
Yeah, similar format to ours, isn't it? I think we all seem to do similar.
I think pretty much like every fur meet took the LondonFurs format, I guess. I'm not exactly sure which meet was the first one, but yeah, I think every fur meet pretty much follows the same standard.
Yeah, it tends to be a similar layout and stuff. Do you are you involved in the club nights and stuff that happen up there?
The club nights?
Yeah.
Which ones?
The club animals. That's the one.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rhaegar. I was like, I can't remember the name.
I help out on animals sometimes.
Yeah.
It's a different event, of course, than a fur meet.
Yeah. Do they ever coincide? I mean, like, do you have like a fur meet and then it go into the animals event as well, or is that not?
Yeah, usually we try to put. I mean, at least the animals staff try to do animals on the same day as the fur meets. Because then you have a full.
You get the good turnout. Yeah. So, what's been the sort of general consensus with you guys? Obviously, meets have had to stop what's been the consensus from you all about how you're going to restart and whether that's different? I mean, has anything changed during the lockdown in terms of what the bar are saying, or is it still just standing by a bit like us?
Well, I mean, the last contact we had with the bar, we still have the venue, we still can do the permits there, but of course, for now, we have not a date to do this. Everything is unsure, as you guys mentioned as well. I know the bars and pubs are being allowed to open now on the 4th. That's it.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. Well, nice one, Alex. Appreciate you coming along to chat today, and it shouldn't be the last time. So the next few meets, we'll definitely give you a shout before, and it'd be good to get some of the others on as well, just to have a chat and a bit of banter, because it's always good. And yeah, we'll keep in touch as to our plans as well with you guys, so we all know when what we're doing and stuff.
Yep. Thank you so much for inviting me.
No worries, buddy. Thanks a lot.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, Philip.
Good.
Thank you.
Right. I think that has been a pretty good session, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Indeed.
I'm just going to post the ye olde schedule up back in the group. So yeah, we've just obviously finished the Q&A with everyone. Thanks again for tuning in. We're opening up the art jam rooms and such. They are already open, that's my understanding. So if you want to jump in there and go and get commissions or check out some of the stuff that's happening there. At 2 o'clock.
Sorry, if you're new here as well. If you're new here as well, come and join me on the newbie chat. I'll be there till probably about 3 o'clock, and you can always PM me or whatever if you are new here and need some help with anything. So there you go. Sorry, Annie, for cutting you off.
No, not at all, not at all. We've obviously got the voice channels in the standard Discord rooms. We tend to all sort of jump in those. Let's just all hang out and have a chat. At 2 o'clock, we will start up a Jackbox game, if we can get that working. Moo, I'm relying on Moo.
I'll be running the Cards Against Humanity as well.
Yeah, and Noah will be running up a Cards Against Humanity game. If people want to start their own Jackbox games, we can always open up channels and rooms as well. So just hit up one of the staff, and we can sort that out for you, whether that's on Discord or on Telegram, whichever you find easier. And then 3 o'clock, obviously, we've got the Minecraft meetup. So if you jump on there, and as was pointed out, we'll have a Minecraft photo at 3:20 p.m. We'll be looking to try and, once again, there won't be any sort of ending to today. It just kind of just rolls on. So please hang around and just, have fun. What I would say is that we are really interested in getting more guest speakers, and potentially doing some interviews and stuff outside of the live format as well. So if you're interested in that, please give us a shout. Beth, I've just seen your question about the Maker Panel. The Maker Panel is happening on the next online meet.
I'm a bit confused because that's happening in the July meet. I've only really told the makers about the fact that that's happening. So yeah, we are going to be doing a fursuit maker panel. It's going to be on the July meet. I don't know how people know about that already, but that's showing fairies, drama, spoilers, all that kind of fun stuff. So just saying, but yeah, no, that hasn't really been
spreading rumours, and I've been spreading rumours.
Oh, it was you were the mastermind behind it all. But yeah, no. Yeah, no.
But yeah, there's going to be a makers panel at our next online meet. And I mean, that's a really cool thing that we want to get going, and trying to get other makers to help each other, as well as just introduce new makers, as well as, establish makers, and try and just generally, our goal with these online meets is to promote the community as much as possible. So while we're doing this platform, please use this platform, hit us up, let us know what you want to do, whether you want to come and do an interview or you want to come and have a chat. And I mean, I've been reaching out to a few people, and I will continue to reach out to people to try and keep it nice and varied. We love doing the staff Q&As. I mean, think of questions and stuff, and if there's anything you want to ask, please don't be afraid to ask. Just give us a heads up. We love being able to speak to everyone and interact with the community as a whole, especially during this time. We're all very lonely, very, very lonely.
Oh.
So it would be, yeah.
Let me get my violin. Hold on.
Yeah. it would be lovely to hear from everyone more. And you know, if you're a fur meet organizer, or if you're involved in conventions, and the conventions or relevant meets are happy with you speaking to us in a live format or pre-recorded, it's something we want to do more. And hey, you know, when meets start up again, it may be something we do at meets, just to keep everyone entertained, really, because we're enjoying it. So once again, I'll just say thank you to everyone who's come along today and to come and have a chat. And it's big thanks to Alexx for coming along from LondonFurs, just to give us an update from those guys up there. And yeah, big love. It's you know, massive appreciation from me for coming along, spending a Saturday with us and having the chat. Thank you all staff members that are here to do the same as well. We need to get some of the others out of their caves, get them talking. Yeah, thanks a lot, everyone. We really appreciate it, and we hope the day continues well. So, like I said, feel free to jump in the voice channels, the art jam, and obviously we'll start up the game room shortly.
I'll be in the Minecraft chat, so if anyone wants to join there, feel free.
As I said, I'll be in the newbie corner till about 3, and yeah, see you later.
I'll be in the Cards Against Humanity room just before 2.
I need a cup of tea.
I mean, same.
Tea all round. Let's do this.
Okay,
I'm not. Yeah. See ya. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah,
Bye.
Bye.